What's up, world? We're back with another Tent Talks. We want to talk about relationships. We're talking about relationships because we all have them. Everything in this world is based on our relationships and how we're interacting with each other. And it's it can be smooth. Relationships can be good, but we can also have just changes where maybe we don't feel like our relationships are as good, or we don't feel the amount of love, acceptance, non-judgment that maybe we once felt. And so, like, going back to the beginning of our relationship, oh, God, it started so long ago. It's been 11 years, and we went through a lot, like, literally what we like to call, like, the nature of love, like, just seeing just how love enters your life and how it can change you. And we can forget even, like, what love feels like, and so we really want to.
Yeah, we really just want to share our journey, and sometimes it's hard to find the right word for exactly what you're feeling and, like, what you've learned, but we're going to try our best.
Yeah.
And, like she said, it's been 11 years. I don't know how many people say they've been with somebody 11 years,
Been many.
And it's been great times. Like,
Yeah.
we've learned so much about ourselves through each other. Like, that's the main thing about relationships. It's not like for this fantasy, she sweeps me off my feet, he sweeps me off my feet. It's more so like, yo, I have this vessel, this person that I've been granted to, like, learn these life lessons through. Because a intimate relationship specifically, but any relationship, it's like reflecting you to yourself all the time, I live with nurture every day, all day. So it's like, it's not a time when she's not reflecting me to me and I'm not reflecting her to her. You know what I mean? So it's a gift.
It is a gift, but it can also be a shadow if we're not being completely transparent, completely honest, completely like these things that kind of love is kind of held on. Like, it's these love principles that, like, make love feel good, or it can feel very scary and, like, it can make you hide, and I feel like I said in the beginning of our relationships, like, in ours, it was very much open. Like, you're honest, there's neutral grounds, there's no expectations, no roles to put on one another, so it's very honest. You already trust this person, like, you don't have no reason to not trust in them, or you have no reason to forgive them. You have no guilt on them. There's nothing there. It's just, like, fresh, and it feels good, and that's what love is, and that's what it should always be. But sometimes, when these other situations, maybe very at the same time, you're experiencing a situation where you're dishonest and you don't feel free. You can't say the things you're saying, but always remembering that there's always our own shit. It's always our own perspective. Like, you can always be who you are wherever you are around anybody, but it's like you have to call for that, and it also makes sense when people aren't as open to maybe the things that you are. So it does, chemistry sends you in another way, and that's okay too.
Yeah, you gotta choose. You gotta choose to be honest, and sometimes it's tough, to look somebody in the face and, like, tell them something that might be hurtful, but you gotta do it. And in the beginning of our relationship, we were already in pre-existing relationships with people. I think mine was like a couple years, hers was a couple years, so they was pretty, like, solid relationships.
It's pretty tough.
But it didn't matter. It was like when we first met each other, we were so drawn to each other energetically that, we just started a life and just kept on going and going. But the only problem is that it wasn't built on honesty as far as everybody was involved. Like, yeah, we're being honest about what we're doing, but yet we have these other pieces of ourselves, these other relationships that
we're
being very dishonest in. Yes. So at the end of the day, within our life, we had to reap those consequences for our actions.
Yes.
Like, it wasn't all just roses because of that. Like, no, like, if we put a lie out there, that lie comes back 10 times harder. So what I've learned in my life, after putting out lie after lie after lie, because this is my pattern, always cheating or being dishonest or just doing something, man.
And that's really what it is.
So I just had to learn how to, like, be honest. Period. If you're transparent about how you feeling, about what you want to do, being honest, then at least there's neutral ground for you to just go forward. There's no bad blood within your relationships. There's no, like, tension, no resistance. It's like, this is what it is. And then you give the other person an opportunity to accept that and to see themselves, to feel that freedom and honesty.
It's so real. Because honesty is a big one. It's a big one. And yeah, our first hand experience with that was good. Because for real, I've been lying all my life. And I feel like it's also this thing where we ain't really trying to lie, you know? But, you know, you do. You to be dishonest, you lie, and you think it's okay. But it's like, then you hurt people. Along the way, you start hurting people. And I've hurt so many people. And, you know, it's okay because, you know, I've learned from that. But it's like, yeah, we got to be more honest. Because as long as you're honest, then you are guilt-free. There's nothing to forgive. There's nobody. You can't be upset. So, like, I'm being honest. Like, this is how it works. And within our relationship, like, it has been the best when we're honest with each other. When we're not honest with each other, then it's chaos. It's chaos.
Because the world wants us to be free, wants us to feel safe, and the only true way for a relationship to thrive is for it to have honest, open communication and like pathways.
Yes.
And so on the other end, so you got one person that's like, oh look, this is how I feel. But if you're that person on the receiving end to what someone's saying, now you have to be honest and accept what this person's saying. Like, let's not
And that's
judge
just as
them.
hard, yes.
Yeah, like it's hard to like not project how you're feeling, but this is a human being that's experiencing their own reality, and it's like you gotta accept them too. You gotta not judge whatever they about to say, or they not about to say nothing to you, and that's it too. Like if you want someone to be honest, you ever heard somebody say, "Go ahead, you can
Tell me,
tell
I ain't
me,
gonna be mad."
I ain't gonna be mad." As soon as you tell them, oh Lord, you know what I mean? So what does that reinforce? It teaches you like, well, shit, I ain't gonna tell you.
I ain't gonna be honest.
I ain't gonna be honest because it's gonna blow up in my face. Instead of just saying I ain't gonna do nothing to not be honest about or blah blah blah, you just say I ain't gonna be honest, you know, because that's just how it go. And so what I'm saying is, if you want someone to be honest with you, be that safety for them. Be that vessel for unconditional love. Like let them know, like, yo, whatever you feeling, whatever you want to experience in life, like I'm still here for you. Like I'm not going to abandon you or reject you because of what you're feeling.
You.
Yeah, condemn you, convict you.
And that just stems from like so far back. Like as a child, you know, it's the same thing. Like you start lying to your parents because shoot, you like they gonna punish me. They gonna do something to me, and it's the same thing within your relationships. You go and you do the same thing, but you gotta be honest.
And a lot of us,
the other person has to accept like
real.
the honesty, and it's just smoother that way. It's so much smoother. It's so much easier. Just surrender. Just surrender. That's all you can do.
And I was sorry to interrupt, but what I wanted to say is that we can't make the opposite person an authority figure. Like she's saying, we got our parents, and they're our authority figure. If we do something that's bad, they're gonna punish us. Now, 20 years later, you got a wife, you do something bad, she gonna punish you. You know what I'm saying? He gonna punish you. Whatever is like it has to be, and that's not real. That's not unconditional. Like I should feel safe in my home. Like it be grown men or grown women walking into their households, tiptoeing around, not feeling safe, and it's like, why is that? Why aren't we being honest and loving within our environment, within our conditions?
And it's because it's our own restrictions we put on ourselves. We don't feel free, we don't feel safe, so now we project that onto other people, when really it's just like, this is a cool experience. It shouldn't even be like that. Like, no matter if it's your mom or your mate, like, it shouldn't be like such this authoritarian figure. Like, it should be more so like, this is my friend. This is my friend. My parent is my friend. I could tell them whatever. They ain't gonna be mad at me. They not gonna judge me. They not gonna punish me. They just gonna accept who I am. And then, like, we growing together, and then we good. Like, and then it's showing you maybe somewhere where you don't need to be judging, or somewhere you could be more open and create more freedom in your relationships. Like, because you don't want to get to the point where, you know, somebody not telling you something, but that's your own. You putting something on them. You putting some pressure where it's like they can't tell you everything. You putting some pressure where you making them feel like they're judged if they tell you that. And you just want to be really light about everything. Don't attach yourself to nothing. Don't attach yourself to a person. Like, let everybody be free, and you'll just feel so much freer in yourself. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel good. You'll feel so much more like connected to your loved ones, because you're able to be honest and open.
And this coming from experience. Like, she putting shit on me, I'm putting shit on her. I ain't being honest. All this stuff, you know. But it took to get to right here to be honest. Yes. Like, okay, now I see. Like, I see how honesty truly is the key. Like, I see how just expressing how you feel can, like, really mean something.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely, and it's so great because it's transforming. Like it's natural, I think, for us to right now in these moments of time to go through such confliction where it's like we're in these relationships that we feel, oh, we can be totally ourselves, and now it's like to the point where it could be these same people, but maybe you don't feel as safe, as free. But that's when you gotta retreat. You retreat back and you go back to yourself, like, where is it that I'm not allowing myself to be free or safe? You know, where is it I'm not feeling safe or secure, you know what I mean, within myself? Because this is just a reflection, you know? So it's really like stepping back, retreating to yourself, getting yourself right, making sure you ain't confining yourself, maybe holding yourself back from doing something that you really want to do and being honest about that. Because we've been in great situations where it's been times where she's lied. You know, and it's just like, damn, shit bad. But then it's like been times where she's completely honest, and it's just like, and we can give that space that's necessary, and then honestly be even more closer because we allowed the time to figure out, like, oh, baby, it wasn't even you, like, because we're so quick to project on another because we ain't step back and check on ourselves. So now we like you, but it's like, no, it's us. So retreat back. And find that love within yourself. Be free again. Be light. Like, don't attach yourself to nothing that nobody's doing or even yourself. Like, we could be so certain in ourselves, but if tomorrow happened and you want to be a complete change, you want to be with somebody else, like, that's also your freedom. And it's just about having those principles of love. If you love somebody like it's your friend, like it's your family, always. It can always be that. But it's just like, maybe the forms change. Maybe something happens, but it's like, it can always be love. It can always be more love. You know? Just by being there for each other, accepting, understanding, like, really, with the deepest heart, like, with no emotion, you know, no emotional attachment, really just, like, what you really know is that, like, real love, you know, real love. If it was me, if this person was me, like, I want them to feel free, I want them to feel safe, like, and give that to yourself, you know.
Even the breakups, especially the breakups, because a lot of people cannot break up and, like, still be friends or like break up and still be cordial with each other. It always has to be this big blow up or some chaos, you know. So like once again, if two people should decide to part ways, it's like, remember that you once still love that person. Like you were still like attracted to that person. Like it's God in that person that draws you to them in the first place.
And you still love them. Which is why you're so attached to it.
So don't let all the surface stories and experiences like taint your true perception of like who people are. Like we all great people. Sometimes you make mistakes. Sometimes we do things we shouldn't do. But I'm gonna tell you, like if you could be that one person to be there to accept, to surrender, to love, to forgive when things go bad, like you're gonna help that person. Like y'all both gonna grow. And then that person's not gonna be dishonest because you're such a safe security to even talk to. You know what I mean? And then that teaches them to be safe within themselves.
Yes, it does.
Like we gotta feel free within ourselves and we gotta feel secure. Like we put a lot of our safety into our mates and our households. Like I get it, you've been married, y'all got the bills together, you got kids together, you like, I ain't got time to be telling her how I feel, like my whole house could come down. But at the end of the day, like if honesty brings your whole house down, it was meant to be, and I'm telling you, something great is gonna build from that.
Exactly.
But most times, honesty don't bring your house down. Honesty keeps the house together. It's the lies that brings the house down. It's the I found this number in your coat pocket and that brings the house down. You know what I mean? Not the like, yo, this is what it is. Because
you didn't even try to communicate. What we communicate now for?
You never told them. I'm telling y'all, for this really for the new school. We are lit. We're active. Like, if you be honest, 9 times out of 10, you are going to be accepted for whatever you want to do in this life. Like, for real.
And that's
be honest.
anybody at any age. Like, it's never too late to just be like, hey, this is what it is. To be strong in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, to stick up for yourself, you know? Like, really, it's never too late. Like, we have to stick up, or you're just going to be living a mediocre life that you wish you would have just left, you know? Or just transformed in some way. Like, these relationships that we have are great, but they can transform into something so much greater. Like I've seen it in our relationship. Like it'd be great, but then it's like, whoa, it could be so much greater. Like friendships, like parent and child relationships, they could be so much greater, allowing freedom, and like accepting each other and really not being afraid to tell each other certain stuff. Like
it's levels to it, y'all, for real. And I didn't felt the many levels from the bottom, you know what I'm saying, to like the top of like, because what a true union is in like marriage is when 2 people or more come together and they can have the same intention. They can have their mind and like their focus in the same direction, and that's why we're truly married, because we're two vessels but we one mind.
And based on, and it's really just based on the same principles. Like, it don't matter what happened, like, I'm gonna love you. It don't matter what happened, I'm gonna accept you. It don't matter what happened, like, these are the principles, and, like, I'm gonna be loyal to that. And that shit is always prevailing, because that's that oneness. That's our spirit, like, that knows that none of this shit matters. None of this shit really matters. So if you love somebody, then love them wholly. Love them wholly, like, love yourself wholly, you know what I mean? Because if you don't, like, you just raggedy, man. You just raggedy, like. You could, and people feel that, like, we want to feel you radiate, like, we want those people around us to radiate, like, we know when shit changing up, we know when the vibes ain't the same, like, and it's just like being honest and tapping in, like, why I feel like this, why do I feel like this, you know, and not projecting on our mate, not projecting on nobody else, because that's all it is, ourself, and knowing to retreat, knowing when to. And always caring for yourself. And leading up to that, we want to share a lot of those. We're going to keep doing some TentTalks, sharing a lot of our stories and just about our past, how we met, like what went on in our relationship, some secrets, some stuff that's never been told, and really just dive in to teach all those lessons, you know. And in the more physical, we'll be offering a retreat called The Nature of Love, where we're sharing a lot of the different relationship techniques that we use, a lot of little bonding techniques, things with nature that's going to just get you back in tune with yourself, figure out what it is that you need to feel free and to allow your relationships to feel just as free. So look out.
Forgiveness practices, communication techniques, all these things, man, that we really need, you know, like to remind ourselves. So when you're in that moment with your mate or whoever you're in front of, you can look at him and say, you know, let me breathe. Let me remember to forgive. Let me remember to give love. Let me remember that this is myself that I'm talking to, so I can respond like accordingly and like not with fear or hate, because that's normally what happens too. Somebody says something that's true that maybe you don't really like, you instantly get defensive because you're afraid of the truth. What does this mean, you know, when he's being honest about whatever, like, but the truth is love, man.
Yes.
And it's always working for the best of you.
Yes, it is. And it is hard, like, practicing that when you're reaching certain resistance, when somebody's not on the same level. So that's why we are trying to do not only one online, but a physical retreat, so that people can come and practice in an environment where it's already true love established, where it's already like you're not going to be judged, you're going to be accepted, you can counsel with us, and we could talk about whatever it is that we need to overcome and step into this for yourself, you know what I mean? And so yeah,
it's a great opportunity. This
it'll
retreat,
be a series.
Hey, this Nature of Love retreat, we want you to come find, like, or just remember the deeper love that's in yourself, and maybe even potentially find a deeper love with somebody else. We don't know, you know, it's Nature of Love. We looking for 2 high vibrational women and 2 high vibrational men. And you know, we can house you. We're gonna provide all of that for the retreat, but we want you to come out here and like be a part of this production with us, and let's love each other. You know, and have some fun.
Yes, and this series is scheduled for August. So those who are open to an August trip to Costa Rica will be here. We'll be just holding space, like we said, for the feminine and the masculine. We'll be also collaborating with our brother and sister of Holy Haven, which is Deja and Lee. I hope you find Serenity and Fika Abundante. And just get some real practices going, like get together, because we've done a lot of women retreats, men retreats. Now it's like we're trying to bring that balance, like who we truly are at our heart, both feminine and masculine, and men bring those together, so that we can figure out what it is within ourselves that we need to balance out, what it is within ourselves that we need to further understand, to like be whole, to be complete within ourselves, and to give that to others, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be a perfect time to just really bask in the holiness of it.
This retreat gonna be dope, y'all. We going all out. It's the Nature of Love, and you know, like I said, it's an opportunity for 4 special individuals looking for you, you know, like if you got the availability come August, reach out. We're gonna have a little application form sending out soon, and you know, space is limited. It's only 4. But whoever it is, like it's gonna be lit, and it's gonna be full of love, and it's exciting, you know.
And until then, just keep reaching out. We'll be posting some of our stories, some of the lessons we've learned, some of the principles that we live by for unconditional love, and we'll let you know a little tea. We'll have a little tea.
Sure, I give you a little tea right now. So, first time I met Nurture or whatever, you know, my homie Ash, we walking down a little dorm room hall. She said, one of the finest girls I've ever seen lives somewhere right in this area. I said, yeah. So I go in my room. I say, look, You say she the baddest girl on campus, I'm like, she mine, you know what I mean?
Meanwhile, this one in the relationship, so was I. I didn't know. I wasn't looking for love. Neither one of us was. But, you know, we were to be found.
I wasn't looking for love, but I was looking for the so-called baddest girl on campus. I'm like, where's she at, you know?
And that's why you just gotta trust yourself, because you never know, you know, why you feeling some type of way, why you're saying certain things. Like, you don't even really know why you've been talking about Costa Rica or why it's been mentioned. But it brought up, it came to you, really, you know? So the booty came to you. And anyway.
Yeah, so, you know, one day I'm by myself. Feel like I want to go have some dinner in the cafeteria. I'm walking out, and it's a girl walking in front of me. And she was beautiful. She was fly, like fly. I could tell you her whole outfit. You know, she had these shoes, pink shoes on, this blue jean outfit, little vest. She had a little haircut. She was edgy, fly. I said, oh, this gotta be who old girl was talking about. She turned around, beautiful. I said, oh, this is her. So I'm like, let me play it cool. I get the walking. She turned the corner. I'm thinking she gone forever. You know what I mean? As soon as I bust the corner, she right there holding the elevator. Just held the door for me. And they say chivalry is dead.
I seen a comment or whatever. I looked back when I was walking. Okay, who's that? I never seen her before.
She seen me. I was fly.
And you know, I don't really say much. But I held the door. I said, let me see where this goes, you know?
She said, I'm open, baby. I'm open.
What level? Okay. How we going down? Okay. She said, no, we going to the top. So we went to the cafeteria. She talking to my little friends. I'm like, look at her, not trying to talk to nobody, whatever, you know. And but whatever. She's like, y'all smoke? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So that's the connection. Nature always connects you. The nature of love. It always connects you.
Shout out to the herb plant.
Shout out to the plant. And so we like, all right, I'm gonna get with her later. Like, I ain't thirsty. You can't act thirsty, you know. And so yeah, very relaxed. Went back. I think we had some lunch. I went back to the room, and she come to the door.
No.
What?
When we was smoking, this is a significant point right here in our relationship.
Okay.
After we ate, we went outside to smoke.
Okay, we hit a little joint.
Now what happened when we was smoking? Wasn't your phone ringing?
Maybe.
And did you need some advice?
Okay, so yeah, it was times where, like, I had just met her, and it was just like, I was in this relationship, but it was like, I was in a new phase of my life. I'm just in college, like, you know, and I was just in a new phase, trying to be free, you know, and, yeah, I'm with her, and I felt this safety and this trust to just be like, hey, like, my girl texting me, like, what do I tell her? Like, you know, on some friend stuff, and it's messed up. But it was like, she just said, hey, tell her you chilling, you know, like telling me to really be out, like, yo, you chilling, what you doing? And it's like, right, why do I even feel some fear that I'm doing something? And it's just like, learning to be more honest. But of course, I'm lying. I'm in the cafeteria, I'm doing this. But it's like, you know, I'm lying. But while I'm being dishonest, I'm also learning here with this other relationship, like, wow, like, you know, like, just be honest. Like, just be honest. Like, she's like, hey, you got a girl, that's okay, whatever. Like, no big deal. Like, you know, and just creating that more openness in our relationships.
And this the lesson right here, though, because so many side relationships happen like this. You got your main, and then all of a sudden you're irritated with this. You get the side, and the side's feeling like you can trust, you can be open. Oh, this is what I've been looking for. Yes. But then the side becomes the main, and then we put those same expectations that we had in the last relationship in this new relationship. It just carries over, and all that openness and honest and all the fun that was there seems to disappear because now all of a sudden, no, we together. Now all of a sudden we got these structures. We got
another
these rules
thing, that comes with the roles.
And now you're in the same spot that you were in before because it's like we got to be honest all the time. We got to be honest all the way through. Like it's truly the only way.
It is true, and I feel like sometimes it's like this feeling that we get into because maybe we don't even know what we're being honest about. We don't even know why I feel like I can't tell you that I'm doing this or whatever. Like, we don't even know why. But it starts, like you say, and then it gets into a whole rabbit hole of now this is what's just happening as a pattern through all your relationships. And that's not okay. And that was what was happening. But I had said, I'm stopping. I made calls. I said, I'm done. I'm done lying. I'm done being dishonest, you know, and just moving forward, and you just gotta apply because it's different. Like, you could know it, but it's like if you continue in these cycles, it's just like it ain't right.
Yeah, I had more applying to do, but I learned over the years, like,
you did.
being dishonest, it don't get me nowhere.
No.
It don't get me nowhere but back at square one. And I ain't trying to be there. Like, I'm trying to, like you
Hiding and
say,
shit. You know,
trying
it's
to be
like
free.
it's one of those things. Exactly. It's like we want to act like this person outside of us is not allowing us to be free.
Mm-hmm.
But it's more so like you're just not being as free as you were.
Exactly.
You were open as hell when I first met you, but now you gonna act like you can't say certain stuff because, you know, it goes just both ways. And it's just like, let that motherfucker say what he want to say, or her, and say what the hell you want to say and do what you want to do. Like, regardless, don't feel any type of way, because anytime you're feeling some type of way, it's you. It's you. You're creating that, and it's like, and yes, it is going to be reflected in your relationships, and it will in all of your relationships. Your child, your parent, your mate, like, and you're going to be just hiding everywhere, scared to. No, you're going to be built up. You're going to blow. You're going to hurt everybody, you know, including yourself. And when it could really just be smooth, like, just say what's on your mind, just.
Stay friends.
Yeah,
that's really what it is.
Be a friend to yourself.
I mean, some relationships y'all never even allow friendship to even develop. You know what I mean? It's just right to it. But if you can be friends first, and in that true, not even the whole sexual aspect of it, but just being friends, like that true, genuine love. I love you for who you are, no matter what. Hold that, and if you can hold that, then you can have a great relationship forever. You know what I mean? But it's that moment when you don't hold that. Here comes the bull.
There, it shows.
Yeah,
it shows. The moment you stop being a friend yourself.
Because there was a time, like I said, we've been together for over a decade now. That's crazy. We've been together for over a decade, and it's like, it's been so many times when I could feel that she was my friend, and I could feel that friendship between us. And then there was times when clearly something was going on within myself, so I closed up where I didn't feel that openness with her, like she was my friend no more, you know? Like, oh no, like I'll talk to my homie about something, but I'm not talking to her about it because I don't feel this friendness with her. I feel like I'm being judged or whatever. And even if it's true that she was, it's all stemming from me. Like, only I can judge me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I had to remember, this is my friend.
Yeah.
This is my friend. This is somebody that loves me. This is somebody that has my back unconditionally. And sometimes for me, it took for me to put her in a position where her back was against the ropes to show me that she loved me, you know, no matter what was going on. And I see that. And that helped me to love myself even greater. When someone can love you, when you feel like you shouldn't be loved, when you feel like you're guilty, and someone says, yo, I give you forgiveness. I give you grace. That's just like, wow, like, damn, maybe I truly am deserving of that. So, and not to say it's anybody's responsibility to make someone else feel like that, but you have the ability. When you give someone unconditional love, like, you are holding ultimate space for them. You letting them know that they're safe no matter what they're doing, and that is so priceless, y'all. Like, damn.
It really is.
Mwah!
And we've done it for each other. And we're
Yes.
so ready to do it for others, and it's real. It's so real, like, because we do forget. We all forget that we free, that we worthy of love, that we can say whatever the hell we want to say and do whatever the hell we want to do. We forget sometimes, but it's like, it's great to have somebody there to help you remember, and it's great for you to remember. For you to remember, like, for real.
Nature of love, baby. Come have this retreat with us. Let's learn these healing techniques. Let's learn these forgiveness practices, these communication techniques. Let's do it.
Because we got to change the world. Like,
let's
love,
be open.
Yo, this feeling is different. Like, it's just different. Like, you ain't fearing nothing. Like, it's different to feel like that. Like, it's very empowering. Like, it's very light. You
It's
just feel like,
love.
yo, like,
man,
it's amazing.
So, it is really light.
That's what love feels like. You know, that's what it should feel like. So we getting into this. We're transforming what love is for us right now. You know what I mean? Because it had been some other things. Like, we could see in all these generations of couples I'm seeing, and it's like still jealousy. We're still insecure. We're still pushing these things on each other. And it's like, are we serious? Are we freaking serious? Like, it's right here. Your security, your freedom, all that right here. Enjoy your life. Whoever right there, cool. We vibing. But, you know, whoever not, like, they're learning from you to do that. So keep giving that. Keep giving that. Keep being that, you know. So that we can see this love, this real love, empower the world.
Keep following your heart and just be true about what your heart says. Be fearless with it.
Don't
Everything
hide
gonna
it.
work out.
Well, that's our world.
That's our world. Nature love. See you soon. How do I?
Your greatness is all aligned. I want your body and spirit. We laying down the mind. Cause it's who we are. Love this, who we are. I see your greatness is